All right, now, bro, it's all jacked up. Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Jesus Christ, Latter-day Saints. Where's my link? Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. You don't know nothing about Gilbert? You don't know nothing about Gilbert? Okay, what's good? YouTube. I thought that so I switch it up in the like the mainstream since I multi-stream, I switch it up. Typically I have the YouTube on the mainstream and I just like multi to the Twitch, but for whatever reason, OBS linked my Twitch to the main. So I'm thinking that I'm live on YouTube on the main and I'm multi streaming to the Twitch, but it was the other way around. But that's neither here nor there. You didn't miss nothing but like a whack ass beat that I made like 10 years ago. So I do want to send this link over to my coach Criscoe channel to see if I can pick up any people over there that might be interested in this stream because they might just want to see my face in this beautiful hat that I'm wearing. Let me see. Let me go to my channel. I'm muted over there. Am I muted? Yeah, I am muted. Okay. Let's copy link. Let's paste it. Let's post it. All right. Boom. Let's see if we can bring some people over from the Coach Criscoe channel because I ain't been posting shit over there. So, Shannon Sharpe fired from ESPN because of the situation with the OF chick. Now, let's see, I should join in and talk about this. Yeah, I may open it up here in a minute. My initial thoughts was when they I don't know. I've read that supposedly the suspension, the indefinite suspension that he was on, it was him and his lawyer that actually suggested that he go on a hiatus. I don't know if I believe that. Um, but I mean, if that's the case, then okay, that's the case. I didn't think that ESPN was gonna bring him back once they let him go. Now, from a business standpoint, you can say, well, Shannon does numbers. ESPN might be able to overlook this because Shannon isn't, well, as of recently, he's kind of been an habitual fuck upper, but historically, he's not known as a troublemaker. He hasn't been, that type. He don't have that tag, and he's popular. He brings a different demographic to First Take, to ESPN and mainstream sports media is low key. I'm not gonna say it's dying, but is media in general has transcended with the era of streaming and people can get on YouTube and create their own platforms and things of that nature and create their own following and visibility. The whole it's kind of like music. How music just kind of it evolved where you needed to have a mainstream record deal in order for you to get your shit off. And now anybody can, man, you can get a mic, get a closet, insulate the closet, and you can create your own music. You can put it out, social media, you get a following on social media, you can push your music yourself, you don't need a label. So media is kind of the same way. You can, if you feel like you have a voice, you feel like you have a presence that you can convey whatever it is you're trying to convey, then you can get a camera, you can get a mic, you can get online, you can live stream, you can develop a following, and you can have a presence. So sports media has transcended with the likes of Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes with with All the Smoke podcast, what Cameron Mace is doing. what Gil has been doing with Gil's Arena, what Shannon's been doing with Nightcap, and then he has his club Shay Shay. You have so many outlets. Jeff Teague with his can't remember the podcast. Five something. Shout out to Jeff Teague. I can't remember the podcast, but he's been doing numbers. Carmelo Anthony has his. Dwayne Wade, I believe, has one. There's so many different outlets, media outlets from a sports perspective. So, that lane going into, and even Stephen A. Smith has his own thing on YouTube. So the notion that you need to be on TV to have a voice in media, it's 2025. You you don't need TV like that no more. So to have the eyes that Shannon Sharpe has as far as his platforms are concerned, because he brings the Club Shay Shay people to his Nightcap, and so Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, that audience goes to ESPN. From a business standpoint, you would think, okay, well, ESPN might, hold on to him. They didn't think so. And, at the end of the day, ESPN is a conglomerate. And ESPN is Disney. So, you can't be out here, accidentally going on live on Instagram with Michelle. You can't be out here getting caught fondling with OnlyFans models and getting, caught up and taken down through there and subpoenaed and sued, whatever, for millions upon millions of dollars. That can't happen. You have to hold yourself to a different standard. You are a guy that has been in the limelight for a long time, but as of recently, the amount of visibility, the amount of clout that you have been receiving is probably bigger, more prominent than it has ever been in your entire NFL career. And that's crazy because he is one of the greatest tight ends to ever play in the NFL. But, NFL players, they play with helmets. So a lot of people, while he was playing, they didn't know who Shannon Sharpe was. Like he wasn't a recognizable person to a casual football fan. I'm old enough to know him, his brother. He and his Broncos, they beat my Falcons in the Super Bowl in 98. 98? I think it was 98. I could be wrong. They beat my Falcons in 98. It was the first time the Falcons got to the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. If they did, it was way before me. So I've been privy to Shannon Sharpe, his whole NFL career, but it just seems like the popularity that he has now. I think that Cat Williams interview was really like the icing on the cake. He was already building a foundation with Club Shay Shay. And then when Cat came, he just kind of set it on fire. It was controversial, but it did numbers. I want to say if it's not the highest or the most viewed podcast episode on YouTube or in YouTube history, it's top one, it's top 2 or 3 easily. It may be number 1 right now. It may be at this point. It may have eclipsed. It may be some Joe Rogan episodes or something. I don't know, but it did numbers. And you can say maybe the popularity, the attention that he received from that was overbearing, or it was just too much for him to handle. Maybe. I don't know. But I think that once you get to a certain level, you kind of have to, and then once you get to a certain age, you kind of have to, you got to look at things differently. And, it's just unfortunate that, things have transpired for him. He was up for like I don't know if it was $100 million deal, like a podcasting deal. Don't know the company, but fumbling all of that, man. Lost his endorsements. Boost Mobile, I think. He had the Rose Sparks endorsement. I was watching the Nightcap episode maybe last week. And Unc has and now I don't have the Shure SM7B. It may look like a SM7B, but it's not a SM7B. Okay. But he has a Shure SM7B. That's like the pinnacle. I mean, that's like a podcast staple as far as microphones. I seen where, on the SM7Bs, on the bottom of the SM7B, it has the Shure logo, and then it has some other stuff, some knob, not some knobs, but some adjustments and stuff that you can, tinker with. But it has the Shure logo on the bottom. I seen it had to have been like last week. He had the Shure logo covered up. I don't know if Shure called him or contacted him or whatever and told him, okay, Shannon, hey, we don't even want our logo shown on your podcast. You can continue to use our microphone, but cover our logo up. It's crazy. All for OnlyFans chick. You know what? I was thinking about something. And ain't nobody really in here, so I ain't got to worry about being clipped up unless I clip up myself. But I was thinking about this. This OnlyFans chick is like, what, 20? She's done with OnlyFans. She retired. She retired from OnlyFans. She ain't got to worry about no 401k. She ain't got no pension. She got this settlement, and she retired. I seen some people, a lot of people in like Shannon's comment section and whatever, people on Twitter was talking about, Shannon should have just listened to Monique. When Monique was telling him, hey, you need to find you a older lady. Settle down with somebody closer to your age. Don't be out here trying to, holler at these young tenderonis. Don't be out here trying to holler at these young whippersnappers. Don't be out here trying to holler at these young thoughts. Shannon was basically like, you know what? Mm-mm. And maybe it's because, I'm a guy every day, twice on Sunday. But, looking at Shannon Sharpe, he yoked up, he be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't necessarily like he's not a he's not a looker. No offense, Unc. You my nigga. But he's not a looker, man. He's a football player. He's a football player. Everybody can't be Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. And I'm not saying that those are handsome guys. I'm just throwing those names out there. Okay. Just let me preface. Everybody can't be, Odell Beckham. And I'm not saying he's a handsome guy. Everybody can't be, those guys. But Shannon is just a football player. Just running over niggas. Running over niggas. So maybe this is with this part of his career. Maybe this is the most attention that he has received from all kinds of women. And I'm not saying that he didn't receive any attention while he played football. But again, football players play football with helmets on. So unless you are a Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, like more of the quarterbacks, some of the high profile receivers, high profile running backs, maybe some high profile defensive players. There's a lot of players that may have played in the NFL that you may have been in Walmart with, and you didn't even know it because they play with helmets on. You didn't see they face. You don't know what they look like. It's like 53 guys on each team. So this might be the most motion Unc has had with women since he has been in the grand scheme of everything. So he didn't really know how to play it. I'm not saying that Unc shouldn't, have his fun with the OnlyFans chicks. Cause listen, man, I don't have my ring on right now because, I took a shower and whatnot, but I'm a married man. Okay. if I was a professional athlete, I probably wouldn't be a married man. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't I wouldn't see that being in the cards for me if I was a professional athlete. Okay. So I understand. I understand him wanting to have some fun. How come? Nah, because I'm traveling all the time. Temptations is going to temptation. So I'd rather just be single. Maybe until after my playing career is over, and then maybe I'll revisit. But nah, mm-mm, no. A professional athlete. So I'm a millionaire. In me, I play basketball. So if I was a professional basketball player and I'm making millions of dollars and I'm visible, I, I had motion working at UPS. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not gassing. I'm not really not gassing myself. I'm a really humble guy. I had motion working at UPS. You give me millions of dollars and NBA or NBC, Bob Costas calling my games. No, I couldn't. I know I wouldn't want to do that to whoever my wife would have been. Mm-mm. Nope. So I understand it. I understand it. But Shannon kind of he strikes me as a guy that may not have had, a lot of motion early on. And so now he's in his as Nas says, his second childhood. And he has embraced all of the attention that he is receiving, but he's also allowed some of it to kind of inflate. And even, certain episodes of Nightcap, you kind of see how, it's like, he chastised Ocho Cinco a couple times because Chad was late, and he was saying that he wasn't really taking it serious, or he wasn't being professional or whatever. And then he had this situation with Michelle in the Instagram live. Then he had this situation now with the OnlyFans chick. And actually, let me pull something up real quick that I just seen on Twitter. It just popped up on my feed, and I bookmarked it because I wanted to bring it up. Let me see. All right, so this is from NBA Central, not Central. Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $20 million after falsely claiming a woman's husband left her over a viral flirty moment with Usher, despite her not being married, per thesun.com. The ongoing misinformation has resulted in emotional distress for the plaintiff, damaged her reputation, and adversely affected her personal and professional relationships. This nigga getting sued again. This nigga getting sued again. 20 mil. Somebody, some lady. I don't know what episode of. Let me see if somebody got the clip. See if I got the clip in here. I don't know if that was an episode of Nightcap or I don't see it in here. No, I don't see it in the comments. Nobody posted it in the comments. I don't know if it was episode of Nightcap or what, but apparently he falsely claimed the woman's husband left her over a flirty moment with Usher, a viral flirty moment with Usher. So I guess the chick let Usher throw a cherry in her mouth or something. I don't know. And the dude got pissed, or maybe that was a clip where they thought that they were together or married, and then the dude, and he said that the dude left her, whatever. I don't know. We can't pretend it was on Nightcap. We can't pretend Shannon Sharpe is a good guy or was a good guy. I don't know him. I don't know him personally. All I can go off of what I've seen from him professionally. I mean, he may be a horrible guy. I like his work ethic though. I can't I don't know. I don't know if this lawsuit, I can't see this lawsuit really holding any weight. Because I mean, you can always throw that allegedly. Now, if he didn't say allegedly, you have to say allegedly. That's something that I've learned in this content creation game. If you gonna say something or you gonna say somebody did some shit, You have to put allegedly in front of it or at the end of it, but you have to make sure that you say allegedly so that you're not putting something on somebody and they can always come back and say, oh, well, what Shannon said, or so and so said that they did this and they did that, and now it's out there. Nope. Nope. They say this man has been in the tabloids continually saying and doing dumb stuff. I can't. It's defamation. He didn't say allegedly. That's true, but he didn't. I see. I don't remember seeing the clip. I would have to see the clip. They thought it was true information. See, and that is something that's the responsibility that falls on you when you have created a platform that a lot of people tune into and they get information from. So, when you do have a following of people that tune into your platform, and some people might take your word as law, then yeah, the burden of being right falls on you. And if you are wrong, then yeah, you must face the consequences, and especially if you know it's something that somebody is defamed over. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Shit. Mm. Um. Yeah. Well. Hmm? Wait. What? Wait a minute. It's like that the other dude that was a commentator for WWE. He bashed his girl and now faced consequences because it wasn't true. I forgot his name. Oh, you talking about Pat McAfee? That's why he hadn't been on there. Is that why he hadn't been? I mean, I have like not really watched it, but every time I kind of try to tune in to Raw, he hadn't been on there. He ain't been on there in a few months. Seemed like it, or a few weeks at least. Well, yeah, you mean you got to be careful with information that you are sharing. Oh, okay, wait. This is okay. So this is the Sun. Let me put my headphones on. He left for the NFL season, but the NFL season don't start till like September or end of August. Okay, so this is the video of the chick. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this one. So he said that this Shannon Sharpe sued for $20 million after ESPN star shamed woman over flirty vid with Usher and wrongfully said husband left her. Interesting. But hey, no, I'm not necessarily going to I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not gonna necessarily say it again, allegedly. Is allegedly Usher a man that doesn't necessarily like women, allegedly? I mean, I don't know. I think it might be just a, persona that he's playing. Hey, yo, she look like she ready to risk it all. Yeah, there's been rumors. Let's see. In court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, the woman oh shit, Jamalita. Black people, we gotta stop doing this shit, man. We gotta stop doing this shit, man. Jamalita Tillman is suing Sharpe as well as his nightcap co-host Chad Ochocinco. Wow, Ochocinco. In the podcast production company, Shay Media, that she going for the jugular. Damn. Yeah, she was definitely going. She was with the shits. Yeah, she was with the shits. Woman claims the host knowingly propagated a false narrative about her marital status in court papers. Sharpe, 57. Oh, you too old to be doing all this shit, dog. Just settled a $50 million dollar lawsuit with a woman who accused him of grape, because I don't think YouTube likes that word. And he was officially let go from his ESPN job on Wednesday. I think it was actually Monday, but he just announced it yesterday. In Tillman's complaint, she explained on April 2nd, 2025, I participated in a fan engagement moment at a Usher Raymond concert where I interacted with the artist as a selected audience member. The interaction quickly went viral, and it was not on my feed because I ain't seen this shit. After fans noted the intensity between Tillman and Usher in the fun moment, he didn't even have no cherry. He was just singing. Now, he'd been singing for a minute. I hope he popped a mint before he was in that lady's face. Following this event, the defendants made and disseminated false and defamatory statements suggesting that you have to use these big words just for the logistics. You ain't got to do all that shit. Suggesting that I was married and that my husband was filing for divorce due to my participation in the audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through a divorce. She went on to explain, I was not married at the time of the fan participation moment during the Usher concert. The defendants' false narratives were shared widely across their platforms, reaching millions of followers. Viral spread and refutation efforts, despite my clear and public reputation of the false narrative. The woman, who is a global director of the Harold Washington Cultural Center, said she even went on national media shows to refute the allegations from the former ESPN First Take star, that she was a married woman. Shaking my damn head. Made numerous efforts to contact the defendants to request the removal of the false narrative, but these requests were disregarded. Damn, I wonder if they would have took the video down, would this have been a situation? And why is this coming out now? Let's see, I gotta understand. Excuse me. How embarrassing it was for her when Shannon Ocho did that. They may have found her profile on social media. People, probably. I don't watch Nightcap every night, so I don't remember seeing that clip. She further argued their continued dissemination of these false statements after I publicly clarified my marital status demonstrates a reckless disregard for the truth. Don't think I'm going to read all of this, but you get the gist. It's crazy. Take the video down. Maybe if they would have took the video down, this wouldn't have been a big deal. That's unfortunate. Well, she might actually get some paper. Because I've never seen that video before. But I will say this much. That nigga was with the shit. She was whatever Usher was down to do, she was down to do it. You know, I was thinking about taking singing lessons. Myself. You know, if Usher could do it, I can. You know, Usher's he's a good looking guy, but shit, I think I am too. Look at my side profile. Look at the beard. That's neither here nor there. Salute to Shannon. I think Shannon will be okay. Even after the ESPN debacle, he's just gonna be down some paper. I don't know if he's going to um all of his endorsements. The Rose Sparks. He was really pushing that Rose Sparks. He was really pushing. Well, I think he had the Boost Mobile sign behind him. He had a few, quite a few actually endorsements. Um, I'm sure he's talked about religiously how he saved his money throughout his playing career, and he didn't just go ape shit with the spending. So he'll be all right from a financial standpoint, I think. He's just gonna have to shit him and Ocho. They're gonna have to stream every night, every night. He might have to start going live on Club Shay Shay too. Just in the club, just drinking by himself. If he ain't got no guests, he need to just be sitting on the couch talking, drinking by his damn self. He's just gonna have to start doing double duty. He definitely taking a hit. But my my thoughts on the whole lawsuit and the payout. I wouldn't be surprised if ESPN Disney didn't help him pay out that lawsuit. And that's why they just went ahead and fired him, because they had him under contract. I don't know what his contract was. I don't know if there was any clauses in his contract that could have been voided, for him doing fuck shit. But if that wasn't the case, if there was any like morality clauses, if they didn't have any of that type of stuff embedded in the contract, then they were obligated to pay him whatever they owed him. But if they thought that, okay, him coming back would be more of an image hit for us because ESPN is Disney. Can't be out here fucking on OnlyFans chicks and Mickey and Minnie over here. You can't do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if ESPN was just like, okay, well, if she's suing for $50 million, I think he offered like 10 or something like that originally, 10 to 15. I don't remember exactly what he offered originally. But if he offered whatever he offered originally, she didn't take that, sue for 50. They probably met somewhere in the middle. They might have settled for like 25 million or something. ESPN might have just went ahead and said, okay, whatever we owe you, we're gonna give you that so that you can pay that lawsuit off and then you can carry your ass. That they might have done that. They might have done that. And if they did that, then he's not as bad off. He's not there anymore, but in a sense, he still got his ESPN money. It just went to Lil Mama, Lil OnlyFans. So he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Got crazy work ethic. Long as he don't mess over any other relationships. His relationships with Ocho Cinco and Joe Johnson, and Joe was a great addition to Nightcap. Lil Rock boy. Lil Rock. Great addition to Nightcap. They just gotta, go strong, go hard, pause, and they'll be all right. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Now, Mr. Gilbert Arenas, on the other hand, and I'm gonna copy this and see what you told. I'll get on this in a minute, Shayla. Okay. I got that queued up next. Mr. Gilbert Arenas. This Negro. Shout out to Gil. Shout out to Gil. Shout out to Gil. I will say this. I rock with Gilbert. A lot of his, I was a moderate fan of Gil when he played. If you don't know who Gil is, Shayla, he played in like the early 2000s. He had a relatively short career, from like injuries. He got into a little bit of a kerfuffle Um, he's known for his time with the Wizards, with the Washington Wizards. He was drafted by the Golden State Warriors, but he was known for his time with the Wizards. He had a situation in the locker room with he and another teammate. They like brought guns into the locker room and was basically pointing at him, but I think the guns weren't loaded or some shit. But then he got suspended. Neither here nor there. So he's known for his time with the Wizards. Agent Zero was his nickname. Hibachi. He was nice. He's a guard. His claim to fame was he scored 60 points on Kobe. He did not give Kobe all 60. Okay, he just happened to score 60 on the Lakers, and Kobe was playing on the team at the same time. So, but that's his claim to fame. But he was nice. Gil was nice. Gil was nice. It's just his career got derailed when he got into that situation in the locker room, and then injuries kind of ended it early. But since retiring, he's kind of parlayed himself over to content creation. He got the Gilbert Arenas podcast that has been doing numbers over the last couple. He got his No Chill Gil channel that's running up, and I actually got something queued up because he was arrested. This isn't breaking news. He was arrested. So let me move me up here real quick. All right, so former NBA star, suspected Israeli crime figure. Oh my God, arrested on federal indictment, alleging high stakes illegal poker games at Encino Mansion. So basically, I mean, I don't know if you've followed it or care about it, but they was basically doing some illegal high stakes gambling at a house that Gil owned. So, this took place between 2021 and 2022. I think between like September of 21 to July of 22, when they raided his Encino mansion. So it was a mansion that Gil owned. Allegedly, he rented it out to some people, and they ran the illegal high stakes poker stuff. But this is straight from the U.S. Attorney's Office, Central District of California. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of the Israeli transnational organized crime group. Keep that highlighted right a sec while I continue. Were arrested today on federal indictment, alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played at an Encino mansion Arenas owned. Arenas 43, aka Agent Zero, Woodland Hills, is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements. He lied to them niggas to investigators, federal investigators. He's scheduled to make his initial appearance, be arraigned this afternoon. He was already arraigned, and he was bailed out. Also charged in the indictment and arrested today in connection with the illegal gambling business. Charges are, I'm gonna butcher all of these names, but if you can see these names, these some niggas that Gil probably shouldn't be fucking with. Yvgenni Ghershman, 49, aka Giora, I don't know. Woodland Hills, a suspected organized crime figure from Israel. You fucking with the Israelites. Hey, listen, you can stay away from Israeli niggas. Yvgenni Torevsky, 48, aka Eugene, of Tarzana, Allen, Austria, 52, aka Elika. I don't know. It's weird. Of West Hills, Yaron Cohen, 27, the young buck. YC, Tarzana, 2 Tarzana niggas. 3 Tarzana. Ain't this what a Tasmanian devil from? Regardless. Yvgenni I don't know if that's an I or an L. Yvgenni Krashen, 43 of Tarzana. So 3 Tarzanans and a nigga from West Hills. I don't know what West Hills is. I don't know if that's LA. I don't know. But this nigga right here, Yvgenni Ghershman. I want to Google him. Each of these defendants is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business. Their initial appearances and arraignments are scheduled for this afternoon. So they all got arraigned. And this nigga Gil, well, I'll get to it. It says, according to the indictment, return July 15, unsealed today. Let's see. Let's get it. Ghershman, Arenas, and the other defendants operated an illegal gambling business. Arenas rented out the Encino mansion he owned for the purpose of hosting high-stakes illegal poker games. So from the documents, it's saying he rented it out for the purpose of playing the games, the high-stakes games. At Arenas' direction, Arthur Katz, 51 of West Hollywood. Well, I think West Hollywood. Is it East Hollywood or West Hollywood where the be at? It's neither here nor there. Staged the mansion to host the games, founded co-conspirators to host the games, and collected rent from the co-conspirators on Arenas' behalf. So all these cats, they manage illegal pot limit Omaha poker games among other legal games at the Encino Mansion. Collected a fee the house charged for each pot, either as a percentage or a fixed amount per hand, and invited players to compete. From this to kind of just summarize it, they had young ladies in there serving drinks, giving massages, acting as companionships. And this happens. It happens. Somebody doing it right now. This is only illegal because the government can't get their cut. That's the only reason why. I mean, if I got a house, you gotta think about it. Let's just say I was well off, and I have a house, and I want to invite people over to play poker. And if you want to bring some money, bring some money. I'm gonna have some money too. And if you want to bet, let's say I'm well off. I'm a million, like 100 millionaire, and I'm living in a neighborhood with there's other well off, affluent people, and they like to play poker. All right, bring your ass over. So they come over. It was kind of all orchestrated. He had security at the door just to make sure that niggas ain't gonna run up in there or whatever. But we just in there playing poker, and we just so happen to be betting money, and we got some chicks walking around serving drinks, massaging us, and being our companions. Hey, how you doing? It's only illegal because the government can't receive a cut. If the government could receive a cut, then it would be no problem. I want to Google this Yvgenni Ghershman, and I just want to see if I can pull up anything about him. Because they really were adamant about the crime, the Israeli crime boss or whatever. So this is Eyewitness News, Channel 7, with a quick little brief on the whole Gilbert Arenas situation.
Tonight at 11, it sounds like a Hollywood thriller. An alleged Israeli crime boss, a famous NBA player, and a high-stakes mansion gambling ring busted.
That's him getting bailed out. That's him getting bailed out. This nigga is not serious at all. He's not serious at all. He's facing Fed charges. He's not serious at all.
Gambling ring busted by the feds. And tonight, NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas shares video as he leaves court seemingly untroubled about the serious charges he's facing. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo live in Encino tonight with more on this story. Tim.
And marked up the driveway here behind me is that Encino mansion where these high-stakes poker games allegedly took place. You can't actually see the house from the road, and maybe that's the point. These weren't your average poker games either, not just because of the amount of money that was being gambled, but because the U.S. Attorney's Office says those who orchestrated, supervised, and directed these poker nights profited at every turn. A smiling Gilbert Arenas skips down the steps of the federal courthouse downtown, very visibly unbothered by his arrest.
Can't hold me, baby. They can't hold me.
The NBA star facing 3 federal charges, including operating an illegal gambling business for what allegedly went down in this Encino mansion.
Oh my God, look at that house. That's just one of his houses. That to me is diabolical. This is one of his houses. As they say allegedly that he is involved in this shit, there is no reason for him to be involved in some fuck shit like this. You don't need the money. Oh.
In September of 2021 and July of 2022, the Department of Justice claims Arenas, years after his NBA career was over, rented out the home and directed others to stage the place to host high-stakes poker games.
Damn.
In the indictment, the DOJ...
Look at that shit. Look at that. Now, to me, what is APFB? I don't know what that means. To me, this could very well be AI. I saw this before also because I was like, why the fuck would he get poker tables with his name on it, his like logo or whatever, his image to incriminate himself? Like, why would you do that? And you know this is not legal. I feel like this image is AI. You can't put anything past AI. AI is spooky. I wouldn't be surprised if this image is AI created.
This photo that Arenas allegedly texted to one of...
He allegedly texted this to somebody. Like he created the table. And he was like, yo, this is, if you doing dirt, first of all, if this is to be true, and all this is allegedly, if this is to be true, you one dumbass nigga. I ain't gonna even front. And I'm a fan. You don't send no text message with no dirt included. If you was doing any kind of dirt, it don't matter what it is. You don't send text messages, bro. You don't send direct messages, bro. Even if you delete the text messages, they can just pull the phone history. Like they got it, dog. No. Quick little text or a phone call. Hey, we got to talk. Everything done in person. Everything done in person. That's just really back to Shannon. Shannon, anybody that is in Shannon Sharpe's footsteps, you want to follow the mode of Shannon Sharpe. No phone calls. You want to talk to Michelle? You want to talk to the OnlyFans chick? Okay, holla at her. Tell her I need to talk to you. Well, we can talk right now. No, in person. And then when you talk to her, she need to be butt ass. Just make sure she ain't wearing no wires. She need to be butt ass. Now, I will say Gil should talk to his partners if you're doing dirt in person, and they need to be butt ass too, but, you know, that would be suspect. But they probably need to be butt ass also. Need to be butt ass.
The other 7 people charged, it's a poker table that says Arenas Poker Club. Arenas' attorney not saying much after the multimillionaire former pro athlete pleaded not guilty in court.
We'll just sort of see how things go, but he is getting out on bail.
And what's the spirit like?
I'm sorry?
The spirit.
That's his lawyer? What's his name? His lawyer's name.
Will be at a different court as with Tree and Reseda. His freshman season won't likely happen because of an unrelated knee injury suffered last week. So no basketball this fall for either Arenas. Instead, Gilbert will be at a different court as this gambling trial starts in September.
He's presumed innocent, right? So let's give him the benefit of his presumption.
So So the last
I
alleged
guess I missed
poker
it.
night had 26 people involved. It was about 3 years ago, so I reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office to ask why there was such a disparity, a delay between that night and these charges. All they would
Right.
say is they do not comment on ongoing investigations.
Of course
We're
they
live
don't.
in Encino tonight. Tim Caputo, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right.
Tim, thank you.
Appreciate it, Tim Caputo. Appreciate it, Tim Caputo. Well, Gil was bailed out. He was bailed out. And this nigga this nigga live now. This nigga live right now as we speak. Now, I'm not gonna, we're not gonna watch the whole live, but I got an alert because I'm subscribed to Gil. I fuck with Gil. He live, man. Let's just check out what Gil had to say. First couple minutes.
Hey, oh man, they tried to get me, y'all. They tried to get me, man. You see, I gotta surround myself. Oh, I'm out on the block. I'm out. They can't hold me down. Huh? Hey, Kwame, what did you say? Roxanne, turn on the red light. Huh? Roxanne, turn on the red light. Yeah. Kwame, I see. Hey, boy, you on fire, boy. Hey, y'all said, boy, the boy on fire over there, man. That boy get all his
talking about Kwame.
lost a maneuver. You know how to get. You can't even get out of YouTube jail. They had the house around it. They had the house around it. I was like, damn, 40 people. But it's a big crib, so I mean, I know they needed a lot of people because it was a lot. And I mean, it's a big house, so they had to surround the building. You feel me?
I know. Hey, listen. I've been saying like Gil talking too much, man. You shut the fuck up. What's his problem? This nigga's talking too much, man. I was saying that too. Like, dude, don't incriminate yourself, bro.
I'm back. Nothing changed. Listen. They tried to stop. See, I think what happened was they heard I won the Heisman as a freshman. So UCLA had to hire these people for real because they heard that I was gonna win. I won the Heisman, and then it was playoff time. You feel me? It was playoff time, and then as soon as I was getting ready to play yesterday, early in them, they got your boy. That's crazy, man. But I'm back. I'm winning this chip. I'm winning this chip, chat. Hey, Sugar Man, I'm winning this chip. They can't do nothing. I'm winning. I had the block on them.
That nigga sweating his ass
no
off.
Time. Man. Listen. I'm gonna say this. The only thing I can talk about is this real quick. Listen, if you ever got a shit, you do that before you get arrested. I should have told. Hey, hold on, man.
So Gil is not a real serious person, okay? That's obvious. But to me, unless he already knows how this is gonna go, and I don't know how he could know that for sure, because he still got to go, within the court of law. Like he's got to go to court. He's gonna have to go to court. There's going to be a trial. Unless he is already he's consulted with his lawyer and they're basically like, okay, well, you can cop a plea. The worst that you're gonna do is like, an extended probation. They might have him on probation for a decade. This nigga might be on probation for 10 years. But he's facing 5 years for each count. So a maximum of 15 years behind bars. This nigga is not equipped to do 15 years behind bars. He off himself before he do that. He's not doing 15 years. But what I see from Gil is, he's doing a lot of like kind of giggling, laughing, whatever. This nigga scared. As well he should be, man. This is fair time. Now, I mean, I guess Fed, Martha Stewart did Fair time, so she a real nigga, but nah, Gil ain't he ain't built for that.
Can I go back upstairs real quick, man? Come on, man. You trying to hold that shit for 9 hours, man? That's all I can think about. Oh, yeah. Oh, as soon as they put it in, oh, shit, I got a shit. Oh, man. Stomach just bubbling. Man,
That's that nerves.
Just hold it in, man. The rest of it, I'm trying to tell you, I think you get out of there, you don't want to. I ain't going to lie to you. I've never really been like in jail, right? Like I need to make a formal complaint. Like there's a lot of things I can complain about. Like why is everything like metal? Right? Like have some rubber foam or something. Right? I mean the seat too low. Like make the shit seat higher, just a little bit higher. It's like I should snitch on them because there's a lot of things that they're not doing correctly in there. Right? Niggas gave me lunch and it was cereal. Really, you kick this bullshit. Who you think you got up in here? I'm not one of these regular po niggas. I got real food at the crib. I'm not gonna be here long. As soon as the court open up, they gonna see my name, click, 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 and I'm out. Nigga, I'm so smooth. Paparazzi's waiting outside. And y'all see I'm free, they not that. Wrong place. We shook that. Wrong place. Fuck is wrong with y'all? They think they arrested. They thought I was just regular. No, I'm not Kwame Brown. No. Hey, 2 cereals, some milk, and some cookies. What am I, 5? What the fuck? Bitch, can I Uber Eats around here?
This nigga so unserious.
I swear to God, I was in that bitch. Hey, listen, I know they're not gonna have me back. I can tell you this, I was complaining too much. I was gonna put the air on, man. Y'all seen what I was wearing, man? Had shorts, sandals. Like, it's too cold for me, man. Could a nigga get a heater or something up in here, a little blanket or something? Hey, Darius. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. If I had the ability to snitch, like if I was in a position to have to snitch, I was gonna tell. I'm trying to tell you, listen. I got in the car, man. And okay, so let's rewind back. The night before, I took my little medicine. I took my little medicine, get my little coffee in me, and then, get my little bowel movement real good, trying to lose weight right now. So I took it last night, right? So in the morning, let's get it on out of here. And then them niggas got me before I got to do that. I was ready to tell, man, just so I can go back to the crib. Like, hey, man, look, I don't know what's going on, but I know who did it. I know who did it. He live at 9600 Cedar Road. It's this big-ass mansion. Hey, Kwame, you still live over there, right? Yeah, I know he do a lot of things. I was ready to tell anybody. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Killing me. First thing I did when I got to the crib, I was ready. Hey, man, look, I'm gonna just be. I'm in high school, man. Oh, hey, what's up, G8? Hey, nothing, man. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. This is it right here.
Woo, man, I'm just trying to tell you, don't get arrested and you got to use the restroom, man. I'm just trying to tell you, they don't. Crazy is the nigga who arrested me. I played the nigga in basketball. He went to high school. I played him in high school, man. Oh, hey, what's up, G8? Hey, nothing, man. How you doing, Fred? I see you still get in trouble? Yeah, you know what it is. I'm dead ass serious. I was like, yeah, this is Fred. Goddamn, I'm gonna just be honest, man. This is the only time you actually stopped me, brother. That's crazy. Kwame put something on the grill. Yeah, I bet he did cook and celebrate. Probably mad.
You get the gist. Him and Kwame going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Kwame Brown, if you don't know who that is, Kwame Brown. They played together in Washington. Pray for Gilbert Arenas. Pray for the nigga, man. I think that he's in trouble. Now, I don't think that he is going to. I really don't think that he's going to actually do any jail time. Just because he I'm not gonna say he's gonna snitch. I think that he might be more intertwined in what actually transpired, but I think he kind of knows where he stands in that regard. So I can see him not actually having to serve any time, but just having an extended probationary period and hefty fines. But if this, I googled that Yvgenni, what was the nigga name? Yvgenni Ghershman. I googled him. I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. Maybe I should holler at number 2. See if she tell me. Oh, it's storming outside. See if she tells me anything. But you know what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, let me Google. Or not Google. Let me ask number 2 real quick. Hey, number 2, are you listening to me? Hey, number 2, do you have any information on Yvgenni Ghershman?
Yvgenni Ghershman, also known as Giora, is a 49-year-old Israeli national who was recently arrested. He's facing federal charges related to running an illegal gambling operation in Encino, California, at a mansion owned by former NBA star Gilbert Arenas. He's also charged with conspiracy to commit marriage fraud and making false statements on an immigration document. Quite a dramatic story.
You said marriage fraud? So wait a minute. So he has charges on marriage fraud. That's something completely separate from this situation with Gilbert, right?
Yeah, that's right. The marriage fraud charges are separate. It seems like he's facing multiple charges on different fronts. So the illegal gambling operation is one part, and then the marriage fraud and false statements are another. Definitely a complex case.
So when did the marriage fraud happen?
The marriage fraud allegedly took place in early 2022. He and another individual, Valentino Cocciacari, were accused of conspiring to have a sham marriage so he could get permanent legal status in the US. Definitely a long-running situation.
Ah, interesting. Thank you, number 2.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions or need anything else, just let me know.
Will do. Gilbert might be in trouble. This nigga Yvgenni Ghershman, marriage fraud, nigga? What? Excuse me? I'm not talking to you no more. Go to bed.
All right. I'm here if you need anything. Take care.
Out of here. So this nigga Yvgenni Ghershman. Yeah, okay. So if he is a heavy hitter, then I fear that Gil might know more than he is leading on, of course. And if he has to actually speak on some things in order to keep his ass out of prison, then what's going to transpire? Then you're going to have the Israeli mob on his ass? And I don't know exactly how tough the Israeli mob is. But you ask certain people, the United States is ran by Israel, depending on who you ask. So, it would be unfortunate. It would be unfortunate if he's having to basically evade prison by giving people up. But by giving people up, he would have to give up his, his life as he knows it, because he might have to go in with sec. No, we'll see. We'll see how it transpires. All I know is this is two guys that had the bags, had the the notoriety if you wanted, had the visibility if you wanted, all of that jazz. You got all of that. And you needed more. You needed more. It was never enough. It's not enough. Shannon got to sit his ass down somewhere, man. You want a woman. You need to get one that's, kind of your speed. She ain't necessarily got to be, a senior citizen. If he 57, you can find you a nice 40-year-old. I'm knocking on 40's door. I feel like I'm still virile. I'm not, I'm not saying that I'm trying to I'm a guy. What I'm saying is, from my age group, you can find somebody that's in my age group, in my generation, that is still young enough for your ass. You 57 years old. So even if you 57, you get a chick that's 40 years old, that's 17 years, nigga. That's I graduated high school at 17. I was 17 years of age when I graduated high school. You understand what I'm saying? So you get a 40-year-old chick at the age of 57, you got years in between where a kid can graduate high school. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't got to go all the way down to 20. That's all I'm saying. Them chicks, they ain't nothing but they fun. But at the end of the day is ended. So hopefully he learned his lesson. He ain't gonna, I mean, and if you gonna like mess with a 20-year-old, go to a library and find her. Don't message a Instagram chick that do OnlyFans. Don't do that, dog. It's horrible. And I'm praying for Gilbert. Hopefully he can make it out of this. He's making a lot of jokes. He's laughing a lot of it off, but I know he's scared because he ain't built for that. But I don't think humans are built for prison. It's just the bad ones happen to go there because they make bad decisions. I got shit to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna end it. But I do appreciate Shayla, because I feel like you were the only one in this damn thing, for pulling up to the stream. More content coming. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, Criscoe Fontaine. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you're watching the playback. Hit the like button. It's great for the algorithm. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my Coach Criscoe channel. Subscribe to my Criscoe Fontaine music channel as well, if you want to. I think all those links will be down below in the description. Feel free, because it is free to subscribe. And it's also free to hit the like button. So do that on your way out the door. I appreciate you. See you on the next one.